Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to explain the next topic in Java in-depth course, that is JDK, JRE and JVM. So let's get started. In order to understand this particular topic, you should have the knowledge of how to download and install Java, and after installing Java, how to write a sample program and run it using Java. This thing you need to know. So anyhow, this sample program also I copied in the previous session from Google or ChatGPT only. I didn't explain any portion of Java till now. But with that knowledge, whatever we had of downloading and installing Java and later writing some Java sample Java code that is copied from the ChatGPT into the text file and running the code, running that Java code from the command line and all that I covered in the previous session. Now you can easily understand what is JDK, JRE and JVM. And to understand this JDK, JRE, and JVM. First thing that in your computer machine, you have already installed Java. Okay, let's say if you are installing Java, there are two ways of installing Java, guys. Okay, that is one way is like you can go to the Oracle website like this. You can go to the Oracle website like this, click on the Oracle website and go to the products and go to the Java and click on download Java, right? Click on download Java. And here, from here, you can download the JDK variation. Okay, JDK version of the Java. This is one way. So whatever the way I showed you for downloading and installing Java in my previous sessions, right? I have downloaded the JDK only. Okay, JDK variant of the Java I have downloaded. You can also, there is another way of downloading Java. If you simply say Java download, right, you'll get this link like java.com download like that from the java.com website. And if you're trying to download the Java, okay, if you're trying to download the Java, let's say I'll go to the home page here, simply java.com. And here, if I try to download the Java for desktops, if I say, right, okay, if I click on this, here JRE version will be downloaded, not JDK. You see here JRE will be there, not JDK. Okay, but the one I have showed you is the JDK. Now, for a while, assume that there are no need to assume. For a while, think that there are two ways of installing Java in your computer machine. One is JDK way, another one is JRE way. Okay, to understand whatever I'm going to cover here, you need to have the knowledge of how to download and install JDK version of the Java. Okay, let's say you have installed JDK version of the Java in your computer machine. Let's say this is a JDK version of the Java you have installed in your computer machine. Let's say this is JDK. Let's assume this is when you install Java, automatic Java JDK version of the Java will be installed. This is the JDK version of the Java that got installed, right? Now, when you say JDK, right, there are majorly, okay, two things. Inside this JDK, there will be two things. One side, it is development tools. Okay, let me expand this so that I can explain it in a better way. Okay, when I expand this JDK, Java Development Kit, what is the full form of JDK here? JDK stands for Java Development Kit, guys. Okay, JDK stands for Java Development Kit, guys. Okay, JDK stands for Java Development Kit. When Java JDK is installed in our machine, by default, it comes with, okay, when you install the JDK version of the Java in your machine, by default, that comes with JRE. So here in this, what will be there? JRE will come. Okay. This portion is JRE. So when you install Java, that is JDK version of the Java, along with that JDK, you don't have to install separately JRE. Okay. Though there are two variants of Java, like where you can install the JDK variant of the Java or you can install the JRE variant of the Java. But when you install the JDK variant of the Java, in the JDK itself, you will automatically get JRE. You don't have to separately install JRE. But if your requirement is to separately install JRE, if you want to only install JRE, then you have to only go with the JRE variant of the Java. But if your requirement, if you are installing JDK variant of the Java, along with JDK, automatically JRE will come. You don't have to install it separately. Okay, I'll explain more about JDK, JRE. Okay, don't worry in detail. But when you install JDK variant of the Java, along with the JDK, JRE will also come. Okay, JRE will also come. Okay, fine. Now, okay, who will install the JDK variant of the Java? Who will install the only the JRE variant of the Java? The one the one who will install JDK variant of the Java is like in their machine is like they want to develop, write some Java code okay, build some Java software in their machine, okay, not only for running, but also for developing also if they want, then they generally go with the Java development kit. JDK variant of the Java they will install. But there will be some people or end users or, different situations and all, they don't want to develop any code using Java, but they want to run a software which runs on the top of the Java. Okay. They want to use a software, but that software will not work until Java is installed in their machine. In such kind of cases, they are not going to develop anything. They just want to use one XYZ software which runs on the top of Java. In such kind of cases, JDK is not required, guys. JRE is enough. Okay. When you download and install JRE variant of the Java, and that helps you in running other software which runs on the top of Java software. In such cases, JRE variant of the Java will be installed by the users. But if the users want to develop some Java code and run it in their own machines, right? In that case, if development is also required to be done by the users in their machines, then they should not be going with the JRE variant of the Java. They have to go with the JDK variant. But what happens when the users who want to develop and run the code want to, okay, install Java, they generally install the JDK variant, right? Along with JDK, JRE also will come automatically. Okay. JDK and along with JDK, inside that JRE also will automatically come. You don't have to install. Everything will be there. Complete package will come here. Okay. Like that. So, so here JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Okay. So let's write it down here. Java Runtime Environment or Environment. Okay. Environment. Java Runtime Environment. JDK means Java Development Kit. JRE means Java Runtime Environment. Okay. I'll explain more about all this stuff, guys. What is JDK? What is JRE? And a lot of things still there in different directions I need to. But at a high level, I need to cover for now. And inside this JRE, okay, and not inside the JRE, guys. Okay, if you go outside also, if you go here inside the JDK, okay, when you download and install the JDK variant of the Java along with JRE, there are two components will come, guys. One is JRE component will come automatically. Along with JDK, JRE also will come. When you install JDK variant of the Java, inside the JDK, along with JDK, JRE also will come. Other thing will be development tools. Okay, development tools will come. What is other section that you will get it? Development tools. So when you install only the JRE variant of the Java, only JRE part will come. But if you install the JDK variant of the Java, development tools will come. Okay, development tools for developing the software using Java will come, or developing the code using Java will come. Along with that, JRE also will come. You see, I'll just add plus symbol here. When you install the JDK variant of the Java, development tools plus JRE will come. If you install the JRE variant of the Java, only JRE will come. Okay, development tools will not come. That's what is the thing that you have to understand. Okay, fine. I'll explain more, guys. I'll explain more. And now JDK means development tools plus JRE. And inside the JRE, if you go here in depth, inside the JRE, there will be JRE will by default come with JVM. Okay, what is that thing that is coming with JRE? Along with JRE, you are going to get something known as JVM, guys. Okay, inside the JRE, you are going to get something known as, okay, you don't have to install JVM separately. JVM, I'll explain more about JVM. Don't worry. For now, understand what is coming with what. Okay, when you install JDK variant of the Java, it will come with development tools and JRE. And JRE component will contain JVM. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. Okay, JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. You just need to know the full forms of JDK, JRE, and JVM, guys. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. You should have the knowledge, okay? And when you install the JDK variant of the Java, you'll get the development tools plus JRE, and JRE will automatically get the JVM for us. We don't have to install JRE separately, JVM separately, development tools separately. Simply install the JDK variant of the Java. All these things that are shown in this diagram will come. That is development tools JRE, and JRE included with JVM also will come. Okay, simple. Java Virtual Machine. Okay, so now you have some knowledge, right? When Java JDK is installed in our machine, by default it comes with JRE and development tools. JRE, here I'll write down. I'll just make a small modification. JRE plus, it will come with JRE plus development tools, and JRE will by default come with JVM. Okay, and JRE will by default come with and JRE by default will come with JVM. Okay, JRE by default will come with the JVM. So JVM is also coming. You don't have to install all these components separately. Fine. These are things so far. Now, as we already have installed this Java JDK in our previous sessions, not only single version, multiple versions of Java JDK we have installed, right? Not just one version of Java, we have installed multiple versions of Java JDK in the previous sessions, right? That is 8, 11, 17, 21. Four versions we already have installed. And yeah, that's the thing, right? And also separately we have installed JRE also, if you remember. Okay, that's all good. Now guys, let's understand the Java installation folder. When you install Java in your computer machine, okay, by default in your C drive in the program files folder, a Java folder will be created. In that, JDK folders and JDK and JRE folders will be created. Let's take an example of the Java 8 first. Okay, let's take an example of Java 8. Let's not worry about the 11, 7, level 11, 17 and 21 versions of Java JDK. Let's not worry. Let's look into only one version of the Java that you have installed, that is Java JDK 8 version, to understand this folder structure. Okay, because the folder structure is different for different versions of the Java. Let's first understand the Java 8. Because of the Java 8, we'll be able to understand it better. And then later, if you understand 9 and all folder structure, then it will all be good. Okay. So with that note, first let's go to the Java installation folder showcase for Java JDK 8 version of Java. Where it is there, guys? If you go to the folder and if you go to this PC and C drive, the C drive, if you go to the program files, because 64-bit we have installed, right? All the versions of Java that we have installed as 64-bit only. In that, just go to the Java folder. In that, lot of versions of Java got installed. You see Java 8 version, Java JDK 8 version, Java JDK 11 version, Java JDK 17 version, Java JDK 21 version. But JRE 8 version is also installed separately, right? Okay. When you install JDK version of Java, we got the JRE version also. Okay. JDK we got and JRE also we got. Okay. For example, these are not there. Let's assume when you install the JDK, Java JDK 8, right? You got both JDK 8 and JRE 8, both you got. Okay. As part of installing, the way I told you, right? If you install the JDK version of Java, like let's say JDK 8, along with JDK, you also got JRE. Okay. You also got this JRE. This one came along with this one. Okay. Fine. Now go inside the JDK, guys. Now just go inside the JDK. What is there inside the JDK? Let's see. Okay. Java development tools, bin folder. Let's go to the bin folders. Okay. JDK 1.8. In that, let's go to the bin folder, guys. Okay. If you go to the bin folders, a lot of files will be there, guys. Okay. I'll show you a few files here. Okay. That is the java.exe file will be there. Let's find out whether in this bin folder of the JDK folder of the Java for Java 8 JDK bin folder, okay, that java.exe file is there or not. You see java.exe executable file, okay, exe file is there. Along with that, what is there? Java w.exe is there. Okay, let's find out whether it is there or not. Okay, java w. Yeah, here you see java w.exe. Along with that, what is also there? Java c.exe. For compiling, we need Java C. For running, we need java.exe. For compiling, we need Java C. Right? Like that, many purposes. I don't want to go in detail for what file will do what here. Okay, but at a high level, I'll explain. Just wait. So here we also have the Java C also. Java C.exe is there. Then we got Java P.exe. Where is Java P.exe? Java P.exe is also there. And other files in JDK folder. Okay. And a lot of other files in JDK folder we got, like, library files and a lot of things we got. But here in the bin folder, we got these files, right? Java.exe, Java w.exe, Java C.exe, Java P.exe, and many other files in JDK. These files will help you in developing. Okay. For whom these particular files are required, in the JDK folder of JDK bin folder of the JDK thing. Okay, you are getting some development tools. Okay, these are called as the developer tools, guys. Okay, you see in development tools, what are the things that you got? Java.exe you got, Java w.exe you got, Java c.exe you got, Java p.exe you got, and others in JDK for developing software. These are the files that are required, guys. Okay, these are the files that are required. Okay, to develop the Java code, to build the Java code. If you install the JDK variant of the Java, okay, you will get development tools plus JRE. As part of the development tools, the major ones are what? Java.exe file, Java w.exe file, Java c.exe file, Java p.exe file. Okay, these are some files and many other files are also there. Okay, and other files. okay, and other files. These are development tools. Along with that, we also got JRE also. So that's the reason, guys. We'll generally set the path to the bin folder. Okay. So as you can clearly see here, what will be there in the bin folder of the JDK folder of the Java. After you install Java JDK, in the installation folder, you're going to have a bin folder. In that bin folder, all the files that are required for a user or a developer or whoever it is for building a software will be there, like java.exe, java.w.exe, java c.exe, java p.exe, and any other files that are required for developing the software using Java. So this will be required for the users then when they want to access the Java from their machine, right? So that is the reason, guys, we have to set the path to the bin folder here. Okay. If you want to access Java and you're going to set the path of this Java bin folder where all these files are available, using which you can do anything. You can write the code, compile the code, run the code. Everything can be done from here. You see, all the Java commands can be used from the command line to invoke any of these exe files, which will be there in the bin folder of the Java. Okay. So in the previous sessions, I have shown you already like how to set the system environment variables, and we have something like path variable, system environment variable, where the path, the bin folder will be generally given. So here, if I say edit system environment variables, if I go to the environment variables here, we have first created Java underscore home. And if you want to change any version and all, you just go to that required Java folder home path and then change the path here. Tomorrow, if you are ready to use 25 LTS version, you can change it here. Automatically, it will change here because we already have added this, dynamic way of adding this Java home here. You see, percentile Java underscore home slash bin. But here the path is still okay, here Java underscore home plus bin folder. Okay, till the bin folder, it is there. And in the bin folder, all these files are available, which are needed for any user to write the code in Java, to build the code in Java, to compile the code in Java, to run the code in Java, and all other stuff. Okay, many other things are there here. Fine. That's why we have to set the path. When you set the path for Java as part of setting the system environment variables, while setting the path, so that you can access Java, your computer can remember where exactly Java is there in the machine, and it can access all the development tools that are there, developer tools like, all these files and all, which are required for, creating, writing, running, compiling the Java code. Okay, that's why we have to set the bin folder path instead of other path. Fine. So now hope you understood why we have to set the path of the system environment variable, that is path system environment variable to the bin folder path of Java, that you know just now understood, to access the development tools of Java which are there in the bin folder. Okay, that's the reason behind that. And as you can see, when you install the JDK variation of the Java, then you'll get two components at a high level, that is development tools, which internally contains all these files which are required for the users for, as I already told you again and again, writing the code, you know, compiling the code, running the code, etc., things. Okay. And other component at high level, what is JRE along with the JDK? We got JRE also, Java Runtime Environment. Okay. So I'll explain more about the JRE now. So JDK part is clear, I think so. And coming to the JRE part, what will be there in the JRE? Okay. So when I have installed the Java JDK 8 version, the Java folder, okay, inside the Java folder of the program files, two folders got created. That is JDK 8 version, and JRE also got created along with JDK here. An extra folder got created with the JDK 8. This is like JRE folder we got. Okay. This is like the JRE folder we got. It contains runtime tools. Okay. Uh, you see what exactly are these runtime tools and all those things I'm going to cover. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. So this will take a bit of time. So we have to be very patient here. So I have to cover it step by step and all those stuff. Many things are there here. I'm going to cover them step by step for you. Fine. Runtime tools. What are these runtime tools? I'm going to tell you. Okay. As human beings need a proper environment to live on this planet, like water, air, food. Okay. So for us to survive on this planet world, okay, planet world where we are actually staying now, okay, we need resources like water, air, and food. Then only we can say that this world is like, planet world where we are staying is like a proper environment for us. Otherwise, we'll die, right? If we don't get water, we'll die. We don't have proper air, we'll die. Okay? We don't have food, we cannot survive, right? So similarly, for Java also, okay, to run on our computer machines, for Java programs to run on our computer machines, a proper environment should be there, okay? A proper environment should be there. That is Java runtime environment. That is called as JRE, nothing but, okay? For the Java software, okay? For the Java programs or for the Java to run in our machine, we need JRE. Like we need food, water, air to live on this planet world. Similarly, Java to run on our computer machine need this Java runtime environment. Okay. That's why they have named it as Java runtime environment. You see, for running, for the Java to run on our computer machine, this kind of environment is needed. That is the environment which is provided by JRE component of Java is required. Okay. Otherwise, Java programs will not run in your machine. Okay. Fine. You see, after compiling the Java programs using javac.exe file, okay, so where the compilation will, what is the file that is required for compiling the Java code? In the previous session, I already explained, guys. In the previous session, I have already explained how to write and run the Java code. As part of writing and running the Java code, first we'll write. I already copied some sample Java code from ChatGPT, and then I copied that into a text file in the previous session, and then I saved it as a .java file. Immediately, I didn't run the .java file. Okay, if you can clearly see here, if I go to the downloads folder, I have that files here. You see, initially I created this main.java file. I created the text folder in that. I'll open this. Just give me a second. Open with Notepad. Just give me a second. So here, whatever the code that you see here, I just copied from the ChatGPT because I didn't cover any Java program concepts for you. I just copied this sample, very basic Java code into this text file. If not have attended my previous session, just go and attend. Okay, just go and watch my previous session on this topic. Okay, of this course. So after I copied this, this was in a text document. So I'll just save it as. I just clicked on save as and then give the same name as the class name that is there here, main dot whatever the class name I got from the sample code from the chat GPT, the same name I was using for saving it. Okay, I have to give that also, main.java, and here I said all files and saved it. Okay, I just saved it like that. Okay, so the text file got converted into the .java file now. Okay, I'll just close this part. Like this .java file got created, and the original, okay, whatever the text file was there, let me clear all this stuff. Why to have all this stuff now? Okay, only the main.java. Earlier text file was there, I deleted that. After that, what I have done in the previous session, did I run the Java program directly? Did I run this particular Java program directly? Java code that is there in the Java program directly? No, I didn't run that. First thing that I have to do is I'll open the I opened the command prompt. If you remember in the previous session, I opened the command prompt at the location where this main.java file is available. The Java file having the Java code is available, and then have used this command like javac space, the name of the file and extension of the file, and then pressed enter. Okay. So why have used this javac command? This is the purpose for compiling. Okay, before you run any Java programs, you have to first compile them. After compiling the Java programs using javac.exe in JDK, you see when I run this javac command with this name of the file and extension of the file here, how the Java code inside this Java program or Java file will get compiled. This javac command will invoke, because we already have set the environment system environment path thing, right? It is locating the bin folder. If you clearly see here, just understand the connections, guys. Okay, if you go here in environment variables in the path, if you have seen already, we have set the path to the bin folder of the Java home. And what is the path actually? If you go here, let's say the path has been set to, for example, assume that the path has been set to this Java folder. In that, let's say here in the bin folder, this particular path is there. Let's say, okay, this particular path is there. In that path only, we have all these files, right? You see, javac is there here. You see, javac.exe file, which is there in the developer tools. Okay, that is part of the development tools. Javac.exe file in the development tools is responsible for compiling the code. Okay, so we cannot directly run it, guys. We have to compile. Already we have seen when you compile, right? When I hit enter here, what will happen in this folder? In the downloads folder, if you see after compiling, you see indirectly what you are doing when you run this command, javac command in this command prompt, javac.exe file in the bin folder has been activated, and that file was able to compile the code inside this main.java file and has created me a main.class file which contains which kind of code? It will not contain Java code. It will contain the bytecode. Already have shown you yesterday. It will contain the bytecode, guys. Let me open this. You see, this is what is a bytecode, which will not, we won't understand. Who will understand? I'll explain later. Okay. Who will understand this bytecode? I'll explain later. For now, the compilation process is mandatory here. Okay. We have to first compile. If you want to run the Java code, you have to first compile it and then run it. Okay. After compiling the Java programs using javac.exe in JDK folder, we don't need it for running anymore. Okay. We don't need javac.exe anymore, guys. Okay. This particular developer tool we don't need it anymore. Okay. The javac.exe thing we don't need anymore. Then what is needed? Instead, we need java.exe to run it. Okay. And this java.exe file is available in the JRE folder, guys. Okay. So here you see, if you go to this folder location of this C drive, that is a program files, then Java folder. Okay. You see, when you install the JDK 8, right? Along with the JDK 8, we got the JRE 8 also. If you go to the JRE 8, in that, okay, in the JRE 8, if you go inside this, you'll find that file, that is, what is that file? Java.exe file is here also. Okay. In the JRE also, we have the this Java.exe file, which is there in the JRE folder, will run the code. Okay. Will be used for running it. Okay. So once the compiling is done, the running part will be taken by the java.exe file, which is there in the JRE folder. If you consider that as a Java 8, Java 8 JRE folder, then in that case, the java.exe file in the JRE folder will be utilized for running it. Okay. That's what is the thing, guys. Okay. This is there in the JRE. Okay. Java.exe file is there in the JRE. And you may ask me, like, java.exe file is also there in the development tools. Okay, that's what is a problem that has been solved by the other versions of the Java. I was talking only about the older version of Java, that is Java 8 version. Okay, now if you go with the latest versions of the Java, this duplication will not happen, guys. Okay, in the JRE also, as part of the JRE also, we have this java.exe file, guys. Okay, java.exe file is available. Okay, here also java.exe file is available. Okay. And this java.exe file in the JRE will be utilized for running the Java code, which is already compiled. Okay. So now if I say Java space main, okay, here already the dot class file having the bytecode is already there. So when I say Java space, the name of the dot class file, that is main, if I press enter, you see I'm getting the output. That means the code in the Java file, the code of this Java has been run, and we got the output also. How did it run? How the Java has run? If you are using the JDK 8 version, in that case, this Java command will invoke this command, will invoke this file. Which file? The program files, Java folder. When you install JDK 8, along with the JDK 8, you got JRE 8. In that JRE 8, inside the bin folder, there is a file known as java.exe file. This particular java.exe file is getting invoked here, and that is running the code, and you got the output here. That's what you have to understand here. Okay. Fine. Now, along with that, guys, not only the bin folder where we have the java.exe file in the JRE of the Java 8, we also have the lib folder here. Okay, we have to also, in the JRE, we also have the lib folder, and this lib folder is library folder will contain a important file known as rt.jar, guys. Okay, let's find it out. In the library lib folder of the JRE, there is a file known as rt. Just search for rt. You see rt.jar file, which is a kind of a big file. You see 54,642 KB. The size of this file is very big. The reason behind that is lot of libraries are there here. Okay. Okay. Lot of library classes are there. You see, Java is nothing but a library, guys. It contains a lot of predefined classes and all those stuff. Okay. To access that library of Java on which you want to build the Java code. Okay. For example, if I show you this code, for example, you don't know much about Java, right? So if I want you to, let me do one thing. I have to open it many times. So I'll just directly go in a new Explorer here. If I open this file, guys, okay, if I open this file, which I have written, where I copied some Java code, right? From the chat GPT, I copied this Java code, okay? So what is public here? What is class here? What is main here? What is public static void main? Okay, what is the system? What is this out? What is this println? And a lot of things are predefined stuff, guys, okay? That already Java developers have developed for us, and they're asking us to use to create the programs. You see, I have not invented. You see, I have not invented system. I have not invented out. I have not invented println. Who has already made these things work? These are predefined stuff, guys. Okay, these are predefined stuff. Okay, these are predefined stuff which are already developed by the Java developers, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to use them to get the programs working. For example, guys, in the olden days, to generate the files, we used to rub two stones, and the file used to come. Right? They used to trigger the fire with the help of rubbing two stones. Nowadays, you don't have to do that, right? Stove. Okay, electric stove is there. How it is programmed, we don't know. Okay, some developer behind the stove at our home, right? Gas stove at our home where you can turn it on. Okay, right? Everyone know about the gas stove, right? Gas stove. I'll say. Yeah, this one. This one is I'm talking about. Everyone will have this kind of stuff at home, right? Okay. So here you see this also works with some kind of internal technology. And for this, right, you just there are different varieties. You see, just turn it on and the fire is coming. Let's assume if you turn this particular button on, you are getting the fire here. Means, are you rubbing the stones here? No. But that technology may be internal, right? Okay, so here the things have been sophisticated. Okay, Java developers also have done the same thing as instead of we rubbing the stones and implementing this system class again, out class again, print ln again, and instead of writing so much of work, they have created this kind of predefined stuff using which we can print this particular text. Like this stove will, when you turn on the button, will generate the fire here, right? Similarly, these things are provided by the Java developers for us to reuse or use them to create better programs, okay, to sophisticate us in developing the programs later, okay. So that's what is happening, guys, okay, that's what is happening. But where are all these things, predefined things stored, which are already created by the Java developers are stored in the lib folder, guys. That's what I am trying to explain, okay. In the lib folder, in this rt.jar file, okay, I can show you how much of amount of things are there in this rt.jar file. I can show you guys. Okay, so for example, here system we have seen, right? In this code we can see the system, right? System class is there. It is already developed by the Java developers, guys. Okay, this system is not defined by us, but Java developers are already created this class and created some code inside that. Let me try to show you whatever that is possible by me. So what I will do here is I'll go to this file, guys. rt.jar is there. I'll right click here and I need to extract this. Okay, I need to extract this, but I'm not able to find any option here. Compressing is there, but extracting is not there. You see, is there any option to extract? So for that, guys, I'll show you one software here that is 7-zip. Okay, you can use one software like 7-zip here. Okay, 7-zip software download you say, and you will get to the download page of 7-zip, and you take the latest version here for Windows. Click on the latest version, and it will get downloaded here. And yeah, once it is downloaded here, give it some time. Go to the folder location where it got downloaded, double click on this and install it. Okay, very simple software, guys. I'll be getting a user access control dialog. I'm just selecting yes. And you see this particular software will be installed in my program files at this particular 7-zip folder. Click on install. No matter of time, it will get installed. Very simple to install. Once you have that in place, just go to the location again where you have this jd.jar file, and let's find out what exactly is there. Jar is nothing but a zip file, guys. Okay, Java way of creating a zip file is .jar. Okay, everyone know what is zipping, right? If you have hundreds of files and you want to zip them into a single folder so that other person can download it that is a single file and extract it to get all the files under it, then we generally use zip technology, right? So similarly, Java way of zipping is Java archive. Okay, the full form of .jar is archive. Okay, right click on this file and simply, now since you have installed this 7-zip, right, you can extract here. Okay, extract. Okay, or simply don't extract. Why to extract again? Simply say open archive. It will also open and show us like using the software. It will show us like what is there inside this rt.jar. Okay, inside the rt.jar, you see this many things are got zipped. Okay, they got archived or zipped for us. Okay, so you see com, Java, Java X, JDK, or Sun. Lot of things are there here. Let's go inside Java and you see a lot of things are there here. Java.lang is there. Go inside the Java.lang folder here. All these are the packages and all. In that java.lang, what else is there? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Is there any system kind of stuff? Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, system is there. You see, system class is already there. You see, did I develop this system.class? No. Java developers have already created the system class dot class. Simply say open or simply say edit here. You see, you'll get all the code that is there inside the. It's not coming properly, but it is there. Okay, some kind of code is there. Okay, system.class is there, which contains all the code. Okay, so I don't know how to open this. Okay, open view. Okay, view also the same thing is happening. Some Java code is already written in the bytecode. It is there, guys. It's a dot class file, right? Some bytecode is there. So you see, this is the thing, guys. Okay, some Java developers have already created the system dot class and are asking us to use. You see, in the main in the another file, you see here we are using the system predefined class, which is already created by the Java developers like this. So a lot of code is already written in the okay system dot class file, okay, or Java file, okay. That is part of the library, and that library, the main in the lib folder, the main file is rt.jar. In that, if you extract that, you can see the complete library of the Java that you will be using that while building the Java programs, okay. So this is a library of Java, contains Java internal classes that can be used, okay. So now, what are the other important things about JRE, guys? You see, inside JDK, we have development tools and JRE that I have shown you already. Inside JDK, we have development tools and JRE. Now, inside JRE, what is there? Inside JRE, what are the important things? Runtime tools, okay? Runtime tools is java.exe file. Java.exe file is a JRE has these files like java.exe and other files. This is an important file, and some other files may be there which are required for running the programs. These are called as runtime tools. Inside the JRE, we have runtime tools. Okay, you can clearly say here, okay, what will be there in the JRE? In the JRE, what will be there, guys? In the JRE, we'll have runtime tools will be there, okay? Runtime tools will be there. This is one thing. The main aspect of the runtime tool is java.exe file using which we can run. What is the other thing? Apart from the runtime tools, we have lib folder also, the Java library. Okay, lib folder is a Java library will be there. Java library, you can say for now. Java library part will be there in the JRE. And apart from that, what else is there? Other part is JVM, guys. Next one is JVM. Okay, Java virtual machine. It's a virtual machine. Okay. Another part we have is a Java virtual machine, guys. Inside the JRE, we have runtime tools, Java library, and JVM. Okay. Here, the important part in the Java library is rt.jar, which contains all the predefined classes of the Java archived here in the jar file, single jar file, which is Java archive file. And we have something known as JVM, guys. We have something known as JVM here. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. Okay, let me, okay, here already written, right? Under the JRE, we have JVM. So you don't have to install it separately. When you install JDK, along with JDK, you'll get JRE. Along with JRE, you'll get JVM. Okay. So this JVM is like Java Virtual Machine, guys. Java Virtual Machine. Why it is required, I'll tell you. Okay. Why Java Virtual Machine is okay required. So in the folder structure of this place, okay, if you go here and see that in the JRE folder, okay, you have seen the java.exe file visually, okay, the runtime tool that is runtime tools that is java exe file and other files along with other files were visibly seen here. You see in the inside the JRE bin folder, we can see the java.exe and other files which are required for running the code, that is runtime tools are there here which are visible. And Java library is also visible. If you go to the lib folder here, if you go back and go to the lib folder here, rt.jar, this is also visible. You can extract this using, open that's using 7-zip kind of third-party softwares, and you can see what exactly is that. That library also is visible. Java library in the rt.jar main file, and other files also may be there. Important one is this one is also visible. But is JVM visible? Not visible. JVM can't be visible, guys. You cannot see JVM anywhere. Okay, if you go to this, go back here, you see exe files are the Java exe files and other files for running runtime tools are there, lib files are there, but you will not see JVM kind of folder anywhere, guys. JVM is kind of virtual, guys. It is there in JRE, but it's not what visual here. It's not a visual thing. You cannot see JVM. Okay. You cannot see JVM, but it will be there as part of JRE only, guys, but it won't be visible for you, okay? JVM cannot be seen visually in the folder of this installation folder of Java, guys, though it's part of JRE, okay? But it comes by default when you install Java. If you install the Java JDK version or Java JRE version, anyhow, this JRE part will come. Whether you install JDK version of Java or JRE version of Java, inside the JRE, JVM will automatically come, no matter what, okay? So it comes by default when we install any variant of Java, it may be Java JDK or Java JRE. When Java is installed on top of our physical computer machine, when you install any of the variants of the Java, that is Java JDK or Java JRE variant of the Java, automatically on top of our physical computer, this is a physical computer machine that you can physically feel that this is my laptop. You can see this is a physical computer machine in your on the top of your physical computer machine's operating system. A Java virtual machine will be installed to help Java software to give instruction to the physical computer machine. To give instruction to this my computer machine, if the Java program want to give the instruction to this my computer machine, physical computer machine that I am currently using for demonstrating the things for you. Okay. So for communication purpose, for the Java programs to communicate me with my computer machine, that is laptop in my case. So it cannot directly communicate. It needs Java virtual machine in between. Okay. It needs Java virtual machine. Okay, which cannot be seen visually. Okay, so Java virtual machine will get installed. It's like another computer machine, guys. Virtual machine means another computer machine. In this physical computer machine, another virtual computer machine will be created. Okay, it's not physical computer machine. It's like visual. It's not visual. It's like, virtual. Virtual means, it's not physical. Virtual means it's just there, but you cannot see. That is called as virtual. Okay, you cannot touch it or feel. Okay, such kind of virtual machine will be created, will get installed to help Java software to give instructions to physical computer machine according to the Java programs or code written. Hope you are able to understand. So for the computer, for your computer machine to understand the instructions that were given by the Java programs when you run them, okay, Java virtual machine is required, and that Java virtual machine which cannot be touched physically, like your laptop or computer machine can be touched, you cannot do that. But a virtual, similar to the computer machine, another computer machine will be created on top of your computer machine that you cannot visually feel or touch or do anything or see also. So that virtual machine will be responsible for communicating the instructions given after running the Java code to our computer, physical computer machine. Using that instructions translated by this Java virtual machine, our computer machine will be able to run the Java code and perform the specific tasks. That's what you have to understand. Okay, it looks theoretically, it looks very thing kind of thing, but this is the only way to understand this. Okay, Java virtual machine. It is also another machine like our computer machine, which is virtual, which is not physical, which you cannot touch and kind of stuff. Whose job is to convert the whatever the code you are running in your computer machine, right? The instructions given will be converted to the machine understandable code, and so that machine can run in, can get the things done, run in, get the things done. Okay, that is nothing but the Java virtual machine. And on installing Java, automatically any variant of the Java, you will get JRE with that. With that in the JRE, JVM will automatically come. We cannot see it visually in our installation folder also. What does this JVM mainly contain? You see, all these are the files which JVM actually contains. Okay, it's a very depth. A lot of things are in depth, right? Okay. You see, JVM will contain all this. Okay, JVM will use all these things. Okay. So, for example, class loader subsystem, runtime data areas, execution engine, native libraries. Okay. Runtime tools in JRE will internally use this JVM components, which are main tools, help to execute Java programs. Okay. So in the JRE, what is there, guys? In the JRE, what are all coming? Just see here. What are there in the JVM? Let's see. Okay. So class loader subsystem will be there. What are the main components? You see, you don't have to learn all these things in detail. I'll explain these components of JVM later because this session will become very difficult for you to understand if I go to each end, because this is again very a different world altogether, guys. But if you want to remember them. Just at a high level, you try to remember JDK will contain development tools and JRE. JRE will contain this runtime tools. Okay, that is java.exe file will be there, and I'll remove it from here because I already have written there. So this is not required here. I'll just remove it from here. And this JRE will contain, this Java library, and also, and JVM will be there. Okay. So other thing is the JVM. Okay. Other part is nothing but the JVM, guys. Other part is nothing but the JVM. Other part is nothing but the JVM. Okay. So JVM will be there. So inside this JVM, what will be there? Inside this JVM, what will be there? What are the different components which will make this JVM kind of stuff? Okay, what are the different things that this is nothing but the JVM only, guys, or I can give the JVM name here itself. Okay, so nothing matter, right? I can give the Java library here. I'll move into different places. I just want to explain it in a better way, so I'm just moving it here, and I'll just move the runtime tools heading here. These runtime tools. Oh, lot of things are there. These are like the runtime tools. This is Java library. Runtime tools will have this one, and here I'll remove this part also. This is like JVM, that is nothing but the Java virtual machine. JVM is also called as JVM full form is Java virtual machine. Okay, this is Java virtual machine. Okay, Java virtual machine. So you see slowly Slowly the things will be clear for you guys. Okay, I'm trying my level best in explaining all the things for you. Okay, and each and everyone's role, but all these things will be put in together. Don't worry. Okay, slowly you'll understand each and everything. But let's not learn everything at a go. Okay, step by step we are going to learn. Okay, so if you aim to learn each and everything about this JDK, development tools, JRE, JVM, runtime tools, Java library, everything together, it is not possible. Okay, slow, step by step, it will come to you. Don't worry. Okay, I'll try my level best in explaining to you in different stages of this course. Okay, but JVM internally contains all these things, guys. You see, it will contain class loader subsystem. Okay, what does JVM contain? It contains class loader subsystem. Will contain class loader subsystem. Then it will contain runtime data areas. JVM will contain runtime data areas. All these are the main components of JVM, guys. Execution engine will be there. Execution engine will be there. Execution engine will be there. And what else is there, guys? Execution engine. Native libraries will be there. Native libraries will be there. Execution engine, native libraries. Okay, I'll explain these components in depth, guys. Okay, I'll explain all these components in depth. Don't worry. So what happens in real time is when you run the Java programs, right? When you write the Java code, when you write and compile the Java code, these things in the development tools of JDK will be useful. But when you run the Java code, JRE will come into play where java.exe file, okay, will contain the okay runtime tools. Okay, java.exe, these runtime tools will internally use this JVM components to run to get the, you see, these are the tools, these are the components of JVM. These runtime tools will utilize this main components of JVM to get the program done. Okay, on our computer machines. Okay, Java virtual machine will be used by these runtime tools. The components of the Java virtual machine will be used by these runtime tools of JRE to run your Java programs. Okay, to write and compile the Java code, development tools are required. To run the Java code, the runtime tools will internally use the different components of JVM, and with help of library and all those stuff, it will run the Java code. Okay, runtime tools in JRE will internally use this JVM components, which are main tools which will help to run the Java programs. Okay, this is tool, but without this tool will not work. This tool has to use this internal tools of JVM component tools or JVM components to get your programs running. Okay, so I cannot go more deeper than this, guys. What will be there in this one, what will be there in this one, how this will use this, all these things at this point of time. I'll cover these things later. Okay, so not now also, but maybe after long, maybe once we get to a level where you have good knowledge of Java, I'll cover all these things in detail. But at this level, this much is enough, guys. Okay, I'll explain all these components of JVM in depth in later session, which are the reason behind running the Java code. Okay, JR is able to run the Java code with help of JVM only, guys. JR is runtime tools will internally use the components of JVM to run your Java code. Okay, how it will use and all, I will not explain now. Okay. Okay, so what happens here? You see, already we have run the Java code here, right? In our downloads folder, you see, we have written the Java code in the sample Java code I have placed in the Java file. And when I compiled that, this main.class file has been created. I'll delete this. Main.class file has been, the bytecode has been created, right? Now, if I want to run this Java code, I have to invoke the java.exe file, right? So if I want to run this, type cmd here, and since already the dot class file has been created, I have to simply, if this dot class file is not there, I have to first compile it. How to compile it? I have to say java c, okay, java c main dot java file. This will compile. Okay, this java c is part of what? For writing the Java code, for running the Java, for writing the Java code, for compiling the Java code, we are using the development tools, right? Now, if you see, this is being part of the development tools. Okay, now dot class file will be created as part of the development tools. Okay, as part of the developer tools, right? Development tools, as part of JDK development tools, the compilation process is done. Now the next thing here is I need to run the Java code. To run the Java code, I am using Java like this. Okay, this will invoke the java.exe file which is there in the JRE folder. That java.exe file is in which part of the JRE? In runtime tools part of the JRE. But this java.exe will not run by itself. It will not run the Java code by itself. It is internally using the different components of JVM to run the Java code. Okay. So what happens here is when you use the development tools, okay. So input is, okay, here you are getting the input as, for example, here you are getting the input as java.exe file. Java.exe file will be sorry. Let's say here in our example, main.java is the example, right? Here you see main.java is example. Main.java is example. Okay. So when you input this main.java, by using this Java C and all those stuff, these developer tools, right? What happened? You generated one file. What is that file? Main.class file, which will contain what? Here Java code, actual Java code will be there. Here Java code will be there. But by using this Java C of the development tools, the main.class with bytecode will be created. Bytecode will be created. Okay. Now, this main.class will be utilized by this. Okay. Main.class will be taken by this java.exe file of this runtime tools of JRE, but it will not run by itself. It will internally use this components of JVM to run the programs. Okay. This tool will internally use this subtools or subcomponents of JVM. With the help of this library altogether, the code will run. But what this java.exe and JVM will do here, okay, what these things will do here from here, you can, this java.exe file will internally use all the components of JVM. What the JVM will do, JVM is something which will understand the bytecode case. Who will understand the bytecode? If someone asks you the question in the interviews, who can understand the bytecode? Who can understand the bytecode? Can we understand the bytecode? No. The JVM component of Java, JVM part of the Java, using these components will understand the bytecode. Okay, JVM will understand the bytecode and convert that bytecode into the, JVM will convert this bytecode into machine code, machine understandable code or machine level code, whatever you say, machine level code in zeros and ones. Okay, this machine level code will be there in, you see, I'll just put all these things like this. Main.java will be there, main.class will be there, and here this code will come. Okay, this code will, machine understandable code or machine level code, which whose things will be like, it will be in the form of 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0, like this. It will kind of byte, this, the byte code will be converted to the this machine level code that your computer machine can understand. Who is converting that? The one who can understand the bytecode can convert that. Who can understand the bytecode? JVM can understand the bytecode and will convert the bytecode into the machine code. And by converting that to machine code, this machine code will run, can communicate with your computer machine, and computer machine will take the instructions in the form of this machine code, and it will perform the task. The task will be done. Okay, Java will be able to, uh, with the, Java, with the help of your computer machine, will get the task done. Okay, by giving the instructions. But how the instructions are being given? First, you write the Java code in the Java file, and that will be converted to the bytecode by using this javac.exe file development tools. And bytecode, you will not understand. Who can understand bytecode? JVM can understand the bytecode, and JVM will convert this bytecode into the machine understandable code, where pure machine language is 0 1, like zeros and ones, that any computer machine can understand. By taking the instructions in this final part with zeros and ones, your machine will perform some task on your computer machine, and that's where you will see that Java code got executed or run in your computer machine. So this is the process, guys. This is the process you have to understand. Okay, hope you are able to understand. Okay, Java files will be converted to the dot class files by, JDK development tools, and dot class files will be converted to the machine understandable code by JVM, because JVM can understand the bytecode that is there in the dot class files and will convert it into machine understandable code, that is zeros and ones. And that zeros and ones can be, when given as put to this computer machine, computer will take that, will eat that zeros and ones and will give some output. Okay. In our case, what was the output I got? If I run this, you see this how. Okay, here JVM is working into picture. Okay, for the JVM to work, java.exe file in this, okay, java.exe file in this runtime tools will help the, okay, JVM uh, to instruct the computer machine. Okay, this zeros and ones. Okay, so java.exe file internally will use JVM capability of converting that bytecode into the numbers, and finally java.exe file will get this zeros and ones run on the computer, because this is a computer understandable language. Okay, computer can understand the language, and the java.exe file will be able to take the help of the computer to get the task done on our computer. The output of the program will come here, because this thing the computer can understand and run it finally. Okay, and java.exe file is run of the runtime tools of JR is responsible for getting it run. Okay, to get it completely run, and JVM is responsible for helping this in the process of running, where JVM will convert the bytecode into the machine understandable code. Hope you are able to understand everything. Okay, every component of Java will play a key role, guys. Okay, every component of Java will play a key role. If you install Java JDK, you'll get development tools and JRE. In development tools, we'll get all these files, and in JRE, we'll get along with JRE, we'll get these three components. Okay, runtime tools, Java library, and JVM components, subcomponents. Okay, and everyone plays a key role in getting the Java programs run. So before understanding, you see, since I already explained you how to run this Java code and all, you can relate, right? Correlate, right? How the programs are getting run in our. And this course is a not a simple course. You see, I'm covering everything in depth. Java in depth, I'm covering. Okay, this is for the people who want to gain good amount of knowledge of Java rather than gaining high level knowledge of Java. Okay, that's the reason I'm covering every topic in depth, guys. Whenever the proper time comes, I'll explain every each and every topic. And if I say I'll be covering later, means it will be covered later for you. Okay. So fine. Now, till now we were talking about the Java JDK 8 version. What about from what happened from Java 9 onwards? If you're installing the Java JDK 9 version onwards, there is no separate JRE folder, guys. Okay. For example, if you go here, okay, in our installation folder, if you go to the Java folder, when you have installed Java JDK 8, right? You see, along with JDK 8, JRE folder also has come separately. But from 9 onwards, okay, from ninth version onwards. Here I didn't do any 9, but here we have 11. Assume that 11. 11 is also 9, let's assume. Only JDK folder will come. Separate JRE folder will not come. That's what I am trying to communicate here. Since Java 9, Oracle removed the separate JRE folder from the JDK installation as part of the project Jigsaw, okay, which introduce modularization in Java. So you see, why to confuse? You see, here, you see, already have seen the things. Here also java.exe file is there. Here also java.exe file is there. Here also these files are there. Here also that files are there. Putting this copy of these two files here and there and using them according to your needs is a confusion kind of thing. So Java guys have identified that, and from Java 9 onwards, they didn't give you a installation folder, a separate JRE in the installation folder. Okay, in the Java installed folder, right? JRE is not going to come from the ninth version onwards. The example or proof for that is Java 11 version. Java 11 version. Then you have installed JDK 11 version of Java. Along with JDK 11, JRE has not come outside. Okay, then you can tell me like if it visually cannot see the JRE folder, but if you go inside the JDK, right, inside the bin folder, all the things that are required by JRE here only. Okay, the organizing of the files are changed. Okay, they don't want to visually organize as separate JDK and JRE here. They organized it in an optimized way where in the JDK folder itself, JRE will be there. As part of the bin folder only, the JRE things will be there. Okay, whenever this JRE component want to use this java.exe, it will take it from the JDK folder only. Okay, earlier separate folders were there. But from the JDK 9 onwards, separate folders were not created by Java, guys. You see, from JDK 8 onwards, you see only one folder is getting created. Here, JDK 8 means JDK 8 and JRE 8 got created. But from JDK 9 onwards, that is 11 or it may be 17 or 21, you see only single folders are getting created, guys. JDK 11 only folder. JRE also will be there part here only. Okay, in the bin folder only, the relevant files will be there. Okay, they will not be duplicated or something in separate JRE folder, separate JDK folder, they will not be duplicated. In JDK 17 also in the same bin folder only, JR related stuff will be there, JDK related files will be there, and you can visualize and think this is the way Java is working. But ultimately the folder structure got changed. Okay, the only thing that is different between Java 8 and other versions of Java is that the folder organizing of the files in different folders got changed. Where in the JDK 8 separate folders were there for JDK and JRE, but from JDK 9 onwards separate folders are not there. In the JDK folder only, optimization has been done where the files were created at a single place, and JRE component of Java or development tool components of Java. Okay, development tools or JRE component of Java will take the file from the respective folders only. Okay, but there will not be separate files, but it will go to the proper folder and take the required things. Internally, JRE will control the java.exe, and internally development tools Java C will be taken by development tools. Okay, visually we cannot see that, but actually it is happening like that. Okay, only the folder structure got changed. Okay, that's what you have to see. So because of the modularization concept in Java, things have been moved into the JDK folder now, instead of giving a separate JRE folder to visualize now from the Java 9 onwards. So separate JRE folder is not going to come. Till Java 8 only, the separate folders are there for JDK and JRE. Java 9 onwards, single folder, but internally they are JRE, JDK and all those stuff. Okay, concept is same, but visually installation folder modularization changed the process. Okay, changed the way they are stored and all the files related to JR and development tools are placed at a different place. That's the thing. Okay. JDK itself contains everything need to run Java programs, including the runtime environment from Java 9 onwards. Okay. From Java 9 onwards, whatever the file that is required, for example, if you go with the here, whatever that is required for running the Java code is what? Java.exe. It is there in the JDK folder only. But in previously, it is separate folder used to be there, and in that build folder, we used to have Java.exe file. Now it's not like that. Everything is in a single place. Okay. JRE related stuff, JRE related stuff and development tool related stuff are there in the JDK bin folder only, like that. Okay. That's what you have to see the difference. Cannot visually, uh, you know, visually understand that separate things and all now. Okay. That used to be there only in the Java JDK 8 till then only. From JDK and onwards, things got changed. Okay. So guys, with this all explanation, I was able to explain what is JDK, what is JRE, what is JVM. But the story has not ended, guys. The story has not ended. For this session, it may have ended, but the knowledge that we have gained with JDK, JRE, and JVM need to be continued with the next session also. Okay. You see, there is something known as Java is a one of the advantage of Java. Okay, I told you right in the beginning when I was trying to explain introduction to Java somewhere. I need to explain about the advantages and disadvantages of the Java. I mentioned that will be explained later in depth. Right, one of such kind of advantage of Java is platform independent programming language. Java is a platform independent programming language. Yes, but uh, thing here is how the Java has become how the Java has achieved this platform independent nature in programming. Okay, that is with the help of JVM, but how and all, okay, I need to take another round, guys. Okay, so at least you understood what is there in the Java JDK if you have installed Java in your computer machine. Using the JDK variant of Java, if you have installed, JDK will come with development tools and JRE. In the development tools, what will be there? In the JRE, what will be there? Runtime tools and Java library and JVM will be there. So main thing will be JVM, guys. In the JRE, the main thing is JVM. In the JVM, subcomponents will be there. I didn't explain the components in detail. And what is the role of everything in everything, okay? Java code will be converted to bytecode by this development tools. And this bytecode will be understood by the JVM and will be converted to machine understandable code. Everything you understand should know. But how all these things will make the Java a platform independent programming language is something I'm not going to cover now. I'm going to cover that in the next session. Okay. I'll take a separate session for this in the next session. I'm going to, okay, with this knowledge that you got from this session, you are going to understand how the Java has become a platform independent programming language. And that is the main advantage of Java, guys. If someone asks you what is the main advantage of Java, this is the answer. Java is a platform independent programming language is the number one advantage of the Java. And you can understand only this concept only if you understand what is JDK, JRE, and JVM, which is covered in this session. Okay. So hoping that you understood this JDK, JRE, and JVM things in Java. Okay. Let me explain the next session where I'm going to explain how the Java has become a platform independent programming language. So that's all for this session, guys. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.